project was owned by the City of Toronto. It was declared surplus to the needs of the city and then was sold to Hallmark Developments. The original intention was an 8-story office building and this building to be demolished. But when Hallmark looked at it, they realized there's actually quite a lot of value in a building like this. We've got so much history, and each piece of history is a layer on top of layer. So at one point they used to store munitions. At one point they used to store wine here. So the building itself somehow has little pieces added on, pieces taken out. So our philosophy was to strip it back to create as much original character, and where there's new pieces or augmented pieces to make that something new. We've done a lot of this kind of work, so we also knew that once we started to dig down, we'd find that kind of really impressive character. But the general design of the building is as we envisioned it, which is keeping the existing building, adding on new circulation, new service in this new core, creating a distinction between the existing building and the new additions to it, and really allowing the building to show itself off. Many architects, I think of buildings as objects. We don't think of them that way. We think entirely always of buildings as part of a bigger context and part of a city. And this project, I would say, is one part adaptive reuse, one part urban design, one part sustainable design. In fact, the biggest part of sustainability for this building is not tearing it down. There's so much carbon embodied in the structure. It takes so much energy to knock it down, to recreate, that's by far the biggest green story in the project. The projects themselves become a bit of a labor of love, so they're not necessarily more expensive, but they're not cheaper. You need a bit more patience and you need to give the building a bit more love, but in the end it gives you back a lot more love.